So guys, welcome to part B of the third video. In the last video, we talked about four main sources for finding houses and accommodations in Germany. In this part, we will show you three demos. First, we'll start with the university dormitories. Second, we'll explore shared apartments. And finally, we'll check out private apartments. You can skip ahead to the section that fits your situation best or watch them all to get the full picture. Let's dive in. Let's start with a demo on how to find student dormitories in Germany. I will show you three examples, one in München, one in Düsseldorf, and one in Lübeck. You will see that the process is very similar across universities. First, go to your university website. Look for sections like study, student life, or campus life. If you scroll through, you will usually find accommodation or housing at LMU or Ludwig-Maximilians-Universität. You will find it under study, then student life. At University of Lübeck is under campus life, then living. At Hochschule Düsseldorf, it is listed for prospective students, then preparations, then accommodations. Another quick way is to simply Google university name plus accommodation. The first result is usually the right page. Step 2. Exploring options. Once you reach the accommodation section, you will see details, how many buildings there are, the number of rooms, locations within the city, photos of the rooms and facilities. It is important to check these details, whether rooms are furnished, how far the dorms are from campus, and their proximity to supermarkets or train stations, and so on. Get yourself familiar with these locations, these buildings, and what type of rooms they offer, and pick the most favorite three locations for yourself. We'll see why later. Step 3. The application form. Now let's move to the application itself. Almost all German universities use a very similar online form. Let's try to fill one of these forms. For example, LMU University in Munich. First, location. You'll choose in which city you are looking for. For example, here, is it in München itself or in the nearby cities like Freising and so on. Second, you will choose the type of accommodation. A single room often means a studio with your own bathroom and kitchen. A single apartment is a one-room flat with separate kitchen and a bathroom. A shared flat means your own room but shared kitchen and bathroom. In big cities like Munich, Berlin, Düsseldorf, always select all options, shared and private. The demand is very high, so applying only for private apartments lowers your chances. Here, top 3 choices. Select your preferred residences. As I told you before, there's a lot of locations or buildings in each university, and after you did your research, you will select the top 3 choices. In some universities even, this order matters. So they will go from the first one, if any room available, then the second, then the third, and so on. In some other university, like here, it specifically says that order is not taken into consideration. The next section, you will provide your personal information, such as name, date of birth, gender, nationality, and email. Then you will fill in your study details. So here you will choose your degree program, which semester if you want. Finally, you'll upload your documents, and passport is mandatory. Optionally, admission letter, high school diploma. At the end, enter the security code, confirm the information, and agree to the terms, and submit, and that's it. At University of Lübeck, the form is almost identical, you will see slightly different labels when it comes to type of accommodations, such as here they wrote furnished, unfurnished, single, and shared apartments. In Düsseldorf, the structure of the form is again the same. So whether you're applying in München, Lübeck, or Düsseldorf, or any other university, the process is find the accommodation page, explore your options, pick the top 3 choices, fill in the online form, upload your documents, and submit. The second demo is all about finding shared apartments. For this demo, we'll use one of the best and most trusted websites for this purpose, WG-Gesucht. We will look at 2 examples today. So let's jump right in. Go to wggesucht.de. The site is only in German, but don't worry. If you are using Chrome or any other browser, you can translate the whole page into English using Chrome Translate extension. The first step is to create an account. Without one, you cannot message anyone or applying for any listing. Click on register, fill your gender, first and last name, email, and password. Accept the terms and that's it. I already have an account, so I'll just log in directly. Now, at the top of the page, in the first field, type your city, let's say Berlin, then choose the type of accommodation. Here there are 4 main categories: shared room, which is the WG-Zimmer, or one-room apartment, Einzelzimmer, or a multi-room apartment, Wohnung, or a house. Yes, WG-Gesucht also lists different apartment types, but its real strength is in shared apartments. That's what most people use it for. So select WG-Zimmer. From here you can browse the listings freely. You'll see the photos, rent prices, room sizes, and availability periods. Let's take a look at one ad. For example, this one. When you open it, you'll see photos of the kitchen, the room, common areas. The total rent is €750, including all utilities. This room is 24 square meters, and the address is visible so you can check the location on Google Maps. It's available from October to April 2026. First perfect short-term option. If you scroll further down, you'll see a short description from the current tenant. And most importantly, she describes herself: quiet, introvert person who prefers peaceful flatmates. The sections help you know who you would be living with, and this is why I always recommend writing a short paragraph about yourself in your cover letter. It shows compatibility and increases your chance of getting accepted. Here you see the required documents as we discussed earlier. Now let's look at a long-term example. Here is a 4-room flat, 3 rooms available, 1 already occupied. The basic rent is €455, and additional costs or utilities are around 100. There is also an extra small additional cost of €30. So in total, it's 585 per month. Each room is about 18 square meters, Wi-Fi included, heating, and the building is just 2 minutes away from the nearest public transport. The current tenant is a woman who speaks German and English. So here you can use the template for your cover letter and your intro message either in English or in German. Feel free. Also, the listing says gender doesn't matter, so all genders can apply here. The room is available from November 2025 until October 2027, so around 2 years. Perfect for long-term students or workers. You can make your search even smarter using the advanced filter. Here you can specify exactly what you want, like the move-in date, and specify districts inside Berlin, for instance. Whether you want a woman only or mixed VK, age range, smoking rules, and more. I always recommend furnished only, especially if you are new to Germany, with photos so you can actually see the place, and maybe online viewing, which is super helpful if you are applying from abroad. So, Once you find a few ads you like, check who posted them. Then you will prepare your application. You'll use your informal intro message and cover letter. Because remember, here you are usually talking to the current tenant, not a company. Let's do it together. Open your informal cover letter template, add your name, photo, address, contact info, and the date. Then include when you can move in, your income, where you study or work, a few lines about your hobbies and interests. By the end, optionally, attach the link to your document folder, export this cover letter as PDF, and you are ready. Then, for your message, copy-paste your informal intro message, adjust the recipient's name, and write your name, write why you are interested in this room. For instance, it's close to my university in Berlin, it fit my budget. I also attach my cover letter with more details about me and link to all my required documents. That's all you need. Short, polite, and personal. Upload your cover letter and send, and you are done. Once your templates are ready, each application will take you less than a minute. The last demo is about private apartment, and for that I recommend two great websites, eBay Kleinanzeigen and Immowelt. So let's jump right in. Go to eBaykleinanzeigen.de. The website is in German, but again, just use translator extension in your browser. First thing, create an account. Without one, you cannot send a message. Just click register, fill in your name, email, password, and confirm. I already have mine, so I'll just log in. Now go to categories and select property. We will choose Mietwohnungen since we are searching for an apartment. And this time I will search for Leipzig, and I will set a radius of 20 kilometers. So the nearby towns within 20 kilometers will also be included. You can choose any radius you like to. On the left side, you will find filters. This is where you can fine-tune your results. You can filter by living space, number of rooms, floor level, availability date, online viewing, and so on. Let's keep it simple for now. I will choose 1 to 2 rooms apartments in Leipzig. Let's take a look at one ad. You will see the abbreviation EBK, which is a short for Einbauküche. That means the kitchen is already built in with a stove, sink, cabinets. The Kaltmiete is 326 and the Warmmiete is 408. It's 32 square meters and located in the top floor. But the good thing is the ceiling isn't sloped, so you won't lose any space. Inside, you will get a living room with the built-in kitchen and a separate bedroom. If you like this apartment, the location, the price, and everything else, it's time to apply. You will see the name GCP, which stands for Grand City Property, which means it is managed by a company. For companies, always use your formal intro message and your formal cover letter, and always use German. So open your formal cover letter template and adjust accordingly. If you know the contact person's last name, use it. If not, just use sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, which means dear sirs or madams. Next, open your formal intro message, copy-paste it here, adjust it also for this apartment. Then attach your formal cover letter, which optionally include your Google Drive link with your documents. Before sending, double check gender, current location, chauffeur. If you don't have any, just select unavailable. Then click send message and done. Your applications will go straight to the company, professional and clear. Now let's move to Immowelt, another excellent option for private apartments in Germany. And as always, use your browser's translation tool to make navigation easier. Choose your city. I will use Leipzig again. Now you can filter your search. Choose the property type such as apartment, the price range, number of rooms, for example 1 to 2 rooms, furnishing, and here I will use fitted kitchen only. Click Show Results. One great feature of Immowelt is its layout. You have ads on the left and a map on the right, so you can immediately see where each apartment is located and check how far your university or the city center or the train station. Let's see this one. It's near the University of Leipzig. It's a studio apartment, so your bedroom and living room are combined in one open space. There's a separate kitchen, a bathroom, and a small hallway. Now look at the photos. Here's the main room, exterior, bathroom, kitchen, with the fitted kitchen already installed in. The apartment is 44 square meters. The calculator is 580. After adding heatings and other costs, the parameter is 700 euro. The deposit is a 3 months rent. A very cool feature here, you can calculate travel time directly. For example, for this apartment, to Leipzig University is 4 minutes by car or 6 minutes by bike. If you like what you see, it's time to apply. Here you will find the landlord's name, Mr. Fuba. Since it's a private landlord, again, use your formal German templates. Copy your formal intro message, add the recipient's name, Herr Fuba. Mention why you're interested. For instance, it's close to your university. Then your full name. So, first name and your last name. Attach your cover letter, which also adjusted. Include your documents if you like to in the cover letter. Then fill in the rest. You will add your name, email, are you a student or employee, and your income, and your preferred move-in date. Let's say within the next 3 months. Answer whether your current place is rented or owned. Then click Send. And that's it. Your application is complete, clean, professional, and ready to impress landlords. Now, what happens next? Once you start getting responses to your applications or getting viewing invitations, it's time for the next step. In our next video, we'll cover how to track your applications so you don't get things mixed up. Then we will talk about what to do during a viewing and how to make a good impression. After that, we'll move on to rental contracts, how they look like, what details you need to pay attention to, and finally, the handover process. So stay tuned.